What up, world? It's your boy Big Willie. Sorry, it's a little a day or two late from the pre-release, but I wanted to show y'all what I got from the pre-release. This is pretty much the deck I ran. I ran 3 pseudo 5-color allies. I had a whole bunch of allies, as you can see. These are all the newer guys. I actually ran the green-black manland as well. I don't have that pictured up, but I had this legendary ally, Munda, who lets me get more allies. Also had the ally that gives me mana to play whichever ally I want. The Mirror Pool and the Wandering Fumarole was in my partner's deck. He played mainly Eldrazi's. I actually had a bunch of we didn't have any of the big ones, so I wish we had some of the big ones. These are all from Battle for Zendikar, all the stuff I ran from there. I also had these guys, Mina and Denn. They're actually pretty fun. They let you play an additional land each turn, and that was actually, I think that was one of my rares, but I traded it away already because didn't really need it. And then I also had General Tazri in my deck, and that was my partner's pre-release promo, which was ridiculous. I wish he hadn't traded it for what he traded it for, but it went to a good homeboy of mine, so hey, that's pretty awesome. But anyways, just wanted to show off some of the cool interactions I had. Of course, I got to go off with General Tazri one game, and actually had enough mana to give all my guys +3/+3. I kind of considered, which I should have did, going to black and blue a little bit more. Only splashed for it, but especially for black, because I could have played that guy, the Callistra Healer. We only had one of them in our pool, but since I was making so many, all my guys I was playing were allies. If I had him out, I could have easily chipped away at their life a little bit more. Played 2 or 3 dudes. That's 4 damage to them, 2 life to me. We had a couple other allies. I didn't have that many awakened spells, but if I did, I mean, that guy would have been pretty decent because I could have recurred. There was a couple of those prowess allies. There was another one of these acolytes, and I was just like, if I had the equipment for it, which the only equipments we ended up having was 2 bone saws, and bone saws are just meh. These Spawnbinder Mages with the cohort where they can tap another ally to do something, to tap a creature, they actually were pretty good. I kind of wish I'd have played both of them instead. These 1/4 Vigilance guys were a good early game, but that's about it. I almost really wish I'd have played these guys, because we did lose a couple games to Flyers, and I had 3 of them, so it was kind of a big mistake on me for that. But my whole deal, my part of the deck was mainly play dudes, beat face, while my partner had all the control, had all the damage dealing, I had a couple of removal spells, but he had the removal spells. He's playing black, blue, red, and I asked him if I can keep my part of the deck except for like the rares, and same thing for him. He kept his part, so I don't have that on hand to do. Plus the fact that it was like 6 in the morning when we got done. You know, pre-releases end up going late, so it's kind of unfortunate on that because I really wanted to show off both of our decks at the same time. But hey, next time I'll plan to get a partner that I can do that with, if there's another 2-headed one. This was kind of weird. 2-headed giant was fun, but I mean, it was really weird as far as the fact that, like, I don't think anyone was prepared for it, and the people that were, they pretty much got the top places. So good for them. We went 2-2 before we cut out. We won our first 2, then lost our second 2. But otherwise, I mean, this is an interesting set. I will say that I'm really excited about this Mirror Pool. I do think that it will see some value. Manlands are manlands. Somebody will find a deck that uses them, and it's blue-red, so it might be a little something. Most of the Eldrazi's are hit and miss. My promo was the Eldrazi Mimic, that when another colorless creature enters the battlefield under my control, I can change Eldrazi mimics base power and toughness to that creature's power and toughness until end of turn, which is really cool when you play like one of the big guys and it's just like, hey, I play this 10/10 Eldrazi. He's a 10/10 until end of turn. But, I mean, with him being a 2/1, the odds of him surviving that long is pretty slim. So, I am going to be posting that mythic up soon to get rid of. I do like this guy. This guy's pretty cool. The Bearer of Silence. He is 1 in a black for a 2/1 flyer that can't block. But the thing about him is, whenever you play him, you can play a colorless and an actual colorless mana and a 1 generic mana to make target opponent sacrifice a creature. And I mean, Gatekeeper Malakir Kick was always good back in originals in the car. So like, this guy is pretty much the same thing. Just, hey, you know, you play it, and if you can kick it, then hey, opponent sacrifices a dude. That's really awesome, especially when my partner had Kozilek's Return and just burnt all of their little guys for nothing, and then was just like, alright, play this guy, you sack your 8/8. Yeah, it's pretty G. But I mean, I got to get some good ally goodness out, you know. Like I said, I did get to play General Tazri 1 round. I also got to play Munda 1 round, and Munda got there. Mina and Den actually came through with their little shenanigans and let me play an additional land per turn and giving people trample. But I mean, otherwise that, I mean, I wish I had got more of the rally guys, because that's where your bread and butter is. I really wish I'd have played that 1 black guy, so that way I could have sat there and been pinging each turn a little bit more and do a lot more options and probably went into black. But we didn't have that much removal in black that wasn't in his deck. Anyways, I done went well over the time. I just wanted to say, hey, if you can, like, subscribe, comment. And as always, holla at your boy. Late.